What up, bro?
Yo.
What you trying to do?
Shit. Let me look at it. I don't trust this motherfucker, boy.
What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Back out here in the garage, guys. The last video, it was a good thing and kind of a bad thing, but I think I got it figured out, bro. I'm hoping to solve this mystery today once and for all. A couple of things though before we jump right into it. So the last video you saw, if you watched it, we did the first start. This thing fires right up now, so we're clear on that end. But what really puzzled me and made me shut down in the last video was the clutch. The clutch was super hard. It would not depress the throwout bearing or anything. It was just seized up, so to speak. At first I was thinking that it might be the actual clutch itself, which is what really made me stop everything, because I was just like so damn bad about it. But I mean, this feels normal. It feels like it's operational. So what I did was I pulled both. Well, I pulled the master cylinder that I put on here out. So here is the slave cylinder that I had in the car. As you can see, I modified it just a little bit because it didn't want to sit flush in that bracket. Well, if you look at the end, bro, it is completely seized up with rust and it will not move. Like, I tried to push this little pivot rod thing back in. It would not go in, guys. So that was like my main red flag. So then as I looked around, I noticed that I'm pretty sure I have busted this line here somewhere because it was leaking. I looked around today, I could not find this rubber line anywhere in store. So I did go ahead and get a slave cylinder. So we're gonna swap this in. We're gonna try to re-bleed it, and hopefully this slave cylinder will fix our issues. What I did do is I pulled it out at the store to check to make sure it's the right one, and I pushed in the little rod. This rod definitely slides in pretty easy, so I think the other one was definitely seized up. So I'm gonna go ahead, put y'all up on the stand. We're gonna get this swapped in. Hopefully we can get clutch pressure, bro. If we can get that clutch pressure, this is gonna be major. We can continue on putting things back. I need to go ahead, get the throttle cable mounted, and get a radiator in this thing. And yeah, it'll be pretty much ready to put on the ground. I just need to do the rear suspension upgrades, and then we can set the whole car on the ground, and it'll be pretty much at that point ready for done. So let's get to it. I'm gonna get this slave swapped out, get it bled out, and then I'll pick the camera back up when I'm testing that out to see if we fixed it. Put my good old Harbor Freight vacuum bleeder back on. If you don't have one of these, bro, what are you doing? You have to get one. This thing, bro, I can sit out here, as you see right now, by myself and bleed the crap out of whatever, bro. Brakes, clutches, anything I want, bro. So it appears that it's working, gang. So I'm gonna disconnect this. This is crazy, bro. I swear. I think we got it. So now that I know for a fact that the clutch is working, I can move on now because I think we're good. This line is in fact leaking back here. It is in fact leaking. It's just mostly when I apply pressure, but I think it'll be okay for right now. I'm gonna go ahead, like as soon as I go back to the house, I'm gonna order the braided line that goes here. But I think we can get away with running this master cylinder. I think this master is gonna be okay. I think it's just that one clutch line that kind of blew out when I was trying to get that slave to work. But nonetheless, that's nothing major, bro. The line is like 15 bucks or something. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that thing ordered up. We'll have that in probably sometime beginning of next week, but this won't hinder us. We can still drive it like this. This is my main concern. I want it to where I can move this thing ASAP, and then from there we can order all the little nitbits we need before we actually drive it. But that's gonna work. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is get this throttle cable hooked up so we can control the throttle from in the car. That should be fairly simple. I have a piece of the old throttle linkage off of the motor we took when we took the motor out of the junk car. Here is the OG throttle cable for the F23, and this should work just fine with the CIVIC throttle cable. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these old cut up lines took off. We'll get this bolted to the manifold, and then we'll route the throttle cable. The throttle cable is a bit long, but I'm thinking that's because of the motor, but I think it should still work, bro. It's just gonna be kind of hanging out to the side a little bit, but I think we can get away with it like this. So throttle cable is not gonna work by itself, which is fine. Sometimes, well, a lot of times they'll be too long and I have to extend the bracket. And the easiest way that I do it is I keep a piece of flat stock back there, and I'll just measure this out to where it's kind of where I want it, and I can adjust from the bolts. And then I'll drill 2 holes for this side to bolt this flat stock to the actual intake, and then this bracket will bolt to the flat stock somewhere around here. I've done it with Trap, I've done it with Harley, the L20B Accord. I do it with pretty much anything that it doesn't fit, because again, I'm not a welder, so I can't fabricate up some crap, but that flat stock works just fine, and I'm about to show you that right now. So I'm gonna go ahead, pull this back off. I'm gonna get it bolted to this, but have the tension all the way so that I can play with it as I need to. And then from there, we'll cut a piece of flat stock, the length we need, probably about, I don't know, I'd say about 4 inches or so, and we can just drill our holes and make it work. So let's get to it. So I got the bracket all made up. As you can see, it's really simple. Just a couple of drilled bolt holes. The straight tube bolt to the manifold, the slanted tube bolt to the actual little bracket, and that'll give me the extension I need to get this sucker mounted. The only problem is I got some perfect 10 mil bolts here. I just don't have 2 10 mil nuts. So I'm looking still, I'm gonna keep looking, but it looks like I'm gonna have to go back to old Ace Hardware and grab some of those, but that's about it. Aside from that, and I was just there to get that slave cylinder and did not think about the temp sensor. So we have to get that because on 2000 to 2002 CGs, which is what this motor came out of, it doesn't run a normal temperature sensor for your cluster. It's got like something in the computer that tells the cluster what the temperature is, and that's how you're reading your hot and cold. And before anybody asks, no, I do not know how to wire up a regular sensor in that model Accord. I do not know. because like I said before, both Trap and Harley are both 99, 98s. So they both have the sensor there like it's supposed to be. So I'm not sure. I'm sure it's a write-up somewhere online for it, but I'm not sure how to do that. But that's what it is. This engine had to have come from a 2000 to 2002 Accord. That's why we're missing that sensor right there. So I need to order, well, I need to go by the parts store and pick one of those up, I guess, because I definitely do not have one. And other than that, man, we'll be good to throw the radiator in, put some coolant in this thing, and then try to bleed that system. So what I think I'm gonna do is go ahead and switch my attention to the rear, get these wheels took back off. Remember last video, we did pick the front up about 1 inch. So I need to do the same for the rear, and I got some more goodies over there that is gonna help with the rear stability a little bit, as well as make it just look freaking sick as hell when we're running that cut bumper. So let me get this stuff over here, get everything unboxed, and I'll show you what we got. So here, guys, we have the Maxpeedingrods complete, pretty much. I guess, I don't know what you would call this part of the suspension, but it gives you full camber adjustability. So we got the rear camber arms, we got the front upper control arms with the camber plates, and we got the rear lower control arms here. Now, to be honest with you, I don't know if I want to put these on just yet. I do know I want to get this rear done, just because the rears on Civics tend to camber a lot when you lower them. The front, like you can look at it right now, the front doesn't look too bad. Yes, it is in the air, but I mean, the back is already like so cambered, bro. So definitely want to pick it up. Who knows, guys? Maybe, nah, I probably won't. But who knows? We might take this thing to Tail of the Dragon. Guys, here's just a little look at the two. Obviously, the stock one is crusty as crap, so I'm gonna get it out of here and get this fresh unit put in, and yeah, get this camber arm thrown in, and then we can set the camber. Also got to go ahead and lower this side. I did do the other side. I went a little bit more on the rears because I remember it was sitting a little higher in the front. Now we do got the motor and stuff in now, but I did go 1.25 inches in the rear, whereas the front I did 1 inch. So that should put us in the ballpark, because stiff as this spring rate is, I don't think it's gonna make a lot of difference whether or not the engine's in. So I'll go ahead and lower this rear down. See where we need to be. Measure it, see where we at. That's about it. I need to go up a turn, honestly. That's about it though, 1.25 inches. I'll leave it there. She should be close enough. I'm not sure how well y'all can see this, because the tripod is just a tiny bit taller than the car it's sitting right now, but hopefully y'all can see some of this live action. It's really, bro, this is a simple modification, guys. Like, I'm just BSing and I'm sticking both of them in just like this. So really not a difficult modification to do. Now I'll do the camber arm. It's up top here if you've never worked on a CIVIC. This unit right here is the camber arm, and it is held in by 3 14 mil bolts. This floor, this shop floor is like filthy as fuck. I have knocked so much dirt and dust off this thing, it don't even make sense. It don't even make sense, boys. Weight reduction. You feel me? Weight reduction, you feel me? Real shit. Okay. Get you in there. Now we can put a little tension on this. Okay. Got a little tension. I think. Now we can snug all of these bolts down. So we go through. These are get tight. I'm gonna go on medium. Back down, and now all I gotta do is set up my camber and we'll be good. I'm just eyeballing it. I'm not an alignment guy, but I'm gonna eyeball it straighter than it was. Bro, this is a sight for me, man. I know people watching are not, probably some of y'all are not just enthusiastic about this at all, probably, but if you haven't been following along with this car, then you won't understand just how freaking monumental this is right now. Seeing this car on all four is the biggest freaking accomplishment, bro. Like, God, this thing looks so fucking good right now. I know people tripping because it's mixed match colors. Like, what the fuck is Dale talking about? Bro, this thing is killer, bro. Boy. This is gonna be a unit. This is gonna be a freaking unit, gang. Like, I am so fucking stoked as to how this thing is turning out. We gotta do something about this rear bumper. I don't think I can save this one. It's got like the biggest freaking crack back here. So I'm thinking in the meantime, what I'm gonna do, cause you know me, I love running cut bumpers. I think in the meantime, since this one is so effed up, I'm just gonna snatch this bumper off and run the car with no rear bumper. And then down the road, I'll try to find one for a good price. I also need this little piece here. As you can see, it's kind of caved in, but we can find a bumper down the road. But just as it is, I just feel like it'll look better just pulling this crap off. And then from there, the front bumper is also pretty torn up, but I think I can save this because most of the damage is this little bottom piece, and I feel like I can trim it right around this bottom edge and make this work, because we're gonna have to trim a lot of this middle out, especially these. I want to get rid of all of these little fin looking things so that just the intercooler's showing. This car is definitely not a sleeper. So they're gonna know, like, the intercooler's huge. It's gonna have up pipes out the hood. They're gonna know this thing doesn't play around. And so I'm not even trying to go the same route with this car like I did with the CV7, where we have everything tucked and hidden. And so the main goal for me is, if I don't have to cut this stuff out for the intercooler, like, it'd be nice if I can just cut that and the intercooler can tuck behind it. But again, that's just something that we're gonna have to figure out as we go. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to cut down into the bottom portion as well. That intercooler is freaking big as crap. But nonetheless, guys, this unit is back on the ground. I am super excited, bro. The clutch is working. If I had them two 10 mil nuts, bro, I would try to move this car back and forth. I swear I would, but I don't have two bolts, so I can't control the throttle. This car is almost there. Dunny just texted me. I got to text him back. He was asking me, was the car ready to be, like, the intercooler piping to be done? So I got to get with him and see if we can come up with a price and go from there. Huge shout out to Maxpeedingrods, man. We got the coilovers on here. We got the rear lower control arms on here. We got the rear camber arms on. We got the turbo on here. What else we got from them on this car? We got the wastegate, all the intercooler pipings from them, the blow-off valve is from them. Yeah, this is a pretty much Maxpeedingrods / junkyard unit, bro. So if you're excited, man, to see this $100 engine make some power, make sure y'all smack the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. Guys, with that being said, man, I'm just gonna wrap this video up right here. I will catch y'all next time, guys. Remember, respect our bills. Peace out.